BTS Jungkook's appearance in a surprise event in New York City, a global pop culture perspective. New York was paralyzed in an instant. Without announcement, without early signs, Jungkook, BTS's main vocalist and this generation's global icon, appeared in the middle of the Manhattan crowd. There was no official stage, no promotional posters, just one portrait leaked to cyberspace, and the world seemed to stop for a moment. Why was Jungkook in New York? What was hidden behind his sudden presence? And what fueled the adrenaline even more? DJ Snake was also found to be in the same city, in very close proximity. Coincidence? Or the beginning of something much bigger? Jungkook's sudden appearance not only made headlines among fans, but also touched a sensitive point in the global pop culture ecosystem. The surprise did not arise from ignorance, but from a long history between these two big names. Since the release of Please Don't Change, an emotional song resulting from their collaboration, fans have been waiting for another miracle. So when they were seen in the same city, in almost the same period of time, speculation grew rapidly, wildly, and globally. The question is simple. Will Jungkook and DJ Snake recreate a cross-continental music phenomenon? But the answer is not that simple. In a world where visuals, location, and even time become implicit forms of communication between artists and their fans, this meeting is not something that can be ignored. Indirect evidence began to emerge, creating a mosaic that made fans play the role of detectives. DJ Snake, in his social media uploads, appeared to be in a New York recording studio. Without mentioning names, he wrote an ambiguous sentence, "It's coming." Only 2 words, but enough to evoke millions of theories. Moreover, a few hours earlier, Jungkook was seen leaving a luxury hotel in Soho, close to the studio area. This connection is too real to be called a coincidence, but too quiet to be called a confirmation. If this is indeed the beginning of a new project, then the impact will be enormous. Not only from the music side, but also from the perspective of the geopolitics of pop culture. Jungkook, as a symbol of South Korean soft power, has long been the main face of K-pop cultural exports. Meanwhile, DJ Snake, a French-born producer with a track record of collaborating with Selena Gomez, Cardi B, and Ozuna, is a pioneer in blurring the boundaries of genre and geography. When these two figures reunite, we are not only talking about songs, but a global cultural momentum. Furthermore, if we examine the history of surprise music releases, DJ Snake is known as a figure who likes surprise drop tactics. Without promotion, without warning, but immediately shaking the charts. Thus, Jungkook's presence in the same city at the same time opens up speculation about the possibility of a massive collaboration release, perhaps in a matter of days, even hours. However, for ARMY, the name for BTS fans, this kind of surprise is nothing new. Jungkook is known as a private person who likes to hide projects until the last second. From the solo album Golden, which was launched with minimal initial information, to unexpected collaborations in previous years, he has formed an unusual communication pattern: silent, deep, then exploding. Interestingly, this excitement does not occur in a vacuum. The theories that are scattered are not only the result of momentary fan emotions, but are rooted in careful analysis. Fans discovered that DJ Snake and Jungkook left South Korea in very close proximity and arrived in New York almost simultaneously. These signals, although not necessarily conclusive, have strong precedence in the history of K-pop collaborations. We must also see this phenomenon through the lens of global media. In less than 12 hours since the news of their presence circulated, hashtags such as #JungkookInNYC and #SnakeJK were scattered in trending topics in various countries. This is the power of the modern fanbase, connected without limits, acting collectively, and able to lift a moment into international headlines. But of course, there are also a few skeptical voices calling for caution. some fans choose to be realistic, considering that many rumors in the K-pop world end without realization. However, does the absence of official confirmation mean the absence of events? In the logic of today's entertainment industry, no news is often good news, that something is being prepared very neatly. In a larger context, Jungkook's appearance shows how Asian celebrities now have a central role in the architecture of global culture. He is not only a regional idol, but a global phenomenon that has influence across languages, continents, and industries. Every step has symbolic, even political value. So, it's no wonder that one social media upload is able to shake the music industry internationally. Pop culture observers have not remained silent. Some experts call this incident a new form of cultural diplomacy. In the midst of increasingly complex global political dynamics, artists like Jungkook act as emotional bridges between countries. They bring together the masses not through speeches or conferences, but through emotions, songs, and digital experiences that touch billions of hearts. There is also a theory that Jungkook's presence in NYC is part of a visual project, not just a song. Given the current global trend of combining music and cinema in one release package, many suspect BTS is preparing a follow-up documentary or even a musical film. Some fans even claim to have seen foreign production crews around Jungkook's location, although there has been no official verification. Whatever the reality, one thing cannot be denied: the world is watching. Whether it's a music collaboration, a visual project, or just a personal meeting, every moment with Jungkook always has a cultural value that cannot be measured by numbers alone. He is the center of gravity in the modern entertainment universe. In an entertainment world that is increasingly dependent on surprises and virality, Jungkook and DJ Snake may be playing a very clever game. They don't say anything, but they make the whole world talk about them. This is the pinnacle of pop culture narrative, when absence becomes the most powerful presence, and perhaps that is the biggest message of all this, that in a world full of noise, Jungkook's silence is actually the biggest news. So, are we witnessing the beginning of this year's most iconic music collaboration? Or is this just part of a global perception game that has been calculated for a long time? The answer may be coming soon. But for now, all eyes remain on New York. BTS Jungkook's appearance in New York, global collaboration, or just media engineering in a world flooded with information every second. Do we really know what is real and what is not? The sudden appearance of Jungkook BTS in New York City, along with DJ Snake, did create a wave of excitement, speculation, and endless theories. But behind that excitement, have we ever asked, did all this really happen, or is this just a narrative deliberately formed by the media ecosystem to create a viral storm? When pieces of video on TikTok show the silhouette of someone suspected of being Jungkook entering the studio, when Twitter explodes with the hashtag JKNYC based only on one unverified upload, we seem to forget one basic thing. Who is the source? Where did the information come from? How valid is the evidence used? If DJ Snake uploads a studio photo with a vague caption like "It's coming," does that really refer to a new song with Jungkook? Or is it just a game of visual ambiguity designed to spark public reaction? We don't have all the answers. Even the media we quote, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, to international entertainment portals, are only mirrors of collective opinion, not absolute determinants of truth. Therefore, every reader is invited to remain skeptical, reflective, and responsible in spreading information, because in the end, news is not just about what happened. It is also about how we understand it, filter it, and respond to it wisely. So, according to you, is this real or just a game? Hoax or a big project waiting for its time to explode? Please leave your opinion in the comments column. But before that, reflect again. From everything you read, watch, and hear, which is fact, which is fantasy, thank you for being part of this discussion. Never tire of thinking, asking, and seeking the truth, because in the middle of a world full of spotlights, only the light of common sense can distinguish between reality and sensation.